Is your marriage causing you stress and worry? Do you say and do things that push each other away? Stay tuned for a jam-packed episode of Recharge Your Marriage coming up right now. Hi, I'm Zev Halpern, and thanks for tuning in to Recharge Your Marriage, and kudos to you for looking for ways to improve your marriage. We have a great show featuring the It Takes Two Players improv troupe and special guest Emmy Vickers, who will share some insightful information about married life. We look forward to hearing her unique and wonderful vision for fulfilling marriage. Well, there's certainly an app for everything these days. How about this one? Came in my email from Parts Unknown. Music that makes you want to have sex. And I quote, "Just pop this music on and making love for both you and your partner becomes incredible without you doing anything different." And it continues, P.S. Get ready. Because when you put on this special auditory, pheromone-infused music, both you and your partner will experience extreme levels of arousal, and fast. Now, I haven't contacted the site to order just yet, probably because, truthfully, I'm afraid my computer will catch something. I'm a bit curious, though, aren't you? Here's another one from a reputable metro area radio station website, Between the Sheets, a sex activity app, which means it tells how much we're doing it around the nation, state by state, but disclaims being not too scientific of a study. Okay, so either it's true, not true, funny, or all of the above. Here's a sample. How do we rank around the metro area as far as how long we do it for? Well, Maryland, number 16, 3 minutes and 15 seconds. Virginia, number 37, 2 minutes and 23 seconds. DC, number 45, 2 minutes and 8 seconds. So I'll leave it to you to self-assess. You're either feeling vindicated, good, or superhuman. And I'll leave it at that. To get you focused and started on improving your married life, I want you to have a free gift for your marriage. So I hope you log on to closermarriage.com and get the Marriage Recharge Guide free. One for her, one for him. It'll get you thinking about what you both need to do to at least improve the climate of your marriage, and at best, help you to support and fulfill your spouse's needs, with a chance for a friendlier, happier, closer, and yeah, an intimate marriage. So go get the free gift. Well, let's get right to the Marriage Matters segment. Here's the It Takes Two Players to get us in the mood for this segment.
Yeah. Okay, so you know what I did the other day?
What'd you do?
I totally, as Molly was getting on the bus, I was yelling down the street to her, and I was yelling, "I love you!" And she was like, "Oh my God, I'm gonna die, do not do that in the middle of the street." And I was like, "Yes, I do, I love you, Molly." And she was like freaking out. She was like,
She's too old for that.
She's too old for you to be doing it.
She's this before. I think we're done.
"What? Did I tell you that story before?"
Yeah.
No, but I mean, you know, that's just your thing.
Yeah.
But we're just saying Molly, way old for that.
Yeah, totally. That's exactly what happened.
She's like mortified.
What was so funny is that she texted me right when she got there, and she was like, "I can't believe you did that." And I was like, "You love me. Yes, you do." What?
Maybe we could talk about something else, or...
Huh?
Well, it's okay. I mean,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Did I?
She goes on
talk too much?
occasion. I mean,
well, of course she does. I mean, it's okay. You know.
We don't have to talk about this right now. We can.
You know what happened last week at work?
Yeah. What happened last week at work?
Okay, so the it's the craziest thing. Guy comes in and he wants to start this project that he already said he wanted to do the week before, and I don't know.
So there are numerous role styles that couples act out in marriage. Some are healthy, some are not. I want to contrast the considerate and thoughtful style versus the permission-obedience style of relationship. Can I go to the gym? May I please take that art class? Can I play poker tonight? Girls are getting together. Can I go? Good marriage is considerate marriage. Considerate marriage is not obedience-based. It's not the military. Permission to leave the room, honey. Some of you might be thinking, it's thoughtful to ask permission. Let's not confuse consideration and thoughtfulness with permission and obedience. They're very different approaches. The issue of obedience and permission versus consideration comes up often in marriage complaints. The need to ask permission of our spouse for anything and everything sows the seeds for anger and rebelliousness, sometimes in relentless power struggles and quiet rage. She won't let me do this. He won't allow me to. This translates into anger, hostility, and less than desirable name-calling and muttering under your breath. Take a peek at this couple.
Hey, honey. Hey, I just got an email from the girls in the neighborhood, and I know we talked about doing stuff together, you know, housework and stuff tonight, but they go to the movies, and they're going to see the new one with the...
So what, you want to go out
tonight? I know. I just really want to go. And I haven't seen them in a long time, and I just need a little break.
I can't stop you. I mean, if you want to go out, you need to go out tonight. That's fine. I get it. But we've been talking about this already. We said we were going to stick around and you know, just take care of things around here more. We already talked about this.
I know. Can we just talk about maybe rescheduling it? I just really want to go. I just want to go.
Yeah, fine. I mean, why even talk about it at all then? If we're not going to stick to it, then you're making me out to be the jerk here.
No, I mean I stay all the time and I do what I'm supposed to do. I just want one night. I just want one night.
Some of us mother, some of us father, and some of us play our strict authoritarian roles in our marriages. There are those who grew up in strict households where not gaining permission for a pursuit was a punishable offense. We may have seen our parents modeling the permission and obedience scenario. Consequently, some of us turn our spouses into behavior enforcers, not by their choice, but due to a familiar childhood authority scenario in which your spouse is recruited to play out the scene every day. While raising the children, the spouse is being raised as well. If the situation at home warrants your presence and contribution, then it's considerate to ask if you can pursue some other interest and perhaps switch off your duties or trade for another time. If you're consistently selfish and inconsiderate regarding your responsibilities to your marriage, you need to be told and not endured by your spouse. Consideration and thoughtfulness are the byproduct of a marital relationship that nourishes, soothes, and provides ample room for each partner to grow individually and as an adult couple who know what their spouse really needs. Practice mutually considerate behavior in your marriage, and you'll both reap huge benefits. Now, join us for the Sexpectations segment of the show. Since this is the Sexpectations segment of the show, we'll begin with a sexual myth buster. So here is myth buster number 1. Sex with penis in a vagina is not the only sex people can have with each other. If it were the only kind of sex, then men can only measure up by their thrusting penis, and women her open vagina. This distorted fact is the cause of so much anxiety during sexual performance. There are many ways to have sexual relations, or not, if you happen to be a particular past U.S. president. Okay, moving right along. You two are on the marriage stage every day in some kind of way, and the same play is running at your homes across the world. The name of the play is Your Marriage, and you're clearly the best actors for the role. The best actors and actresses would be hard-pressed to try to play you, because this role has become the command performance of your life. You know the lines, you have the attitude down pat, and you know the host of characters in the story. You're an integral part of the plot, and you may even direct all or some of the outcomes. Perhaps you or your spouse would like it if one or more of those dashing or gorgeous actors would play your part, because it might feel new, strange, or sexy, and wake up those tingly, wondrous feelings of, yes, I'm definitely in the mood. You remember being in the mood, don't you? You had the ability to lose yourself in the moments of abandon and even lust. You recognize this place in the distance as it's a place you may have been and remember fondly. You appeared and felt like a lover, and the release was indescribably great. Don't you want at least some of those tingly, sexy feelings back in your life? So you two are married. You're together. You have some time. Please consider a new twist in the plot of your marriage. Throw in some opportunities to explore, experiment, and play with each other. And try to shed those domestic roles for a few hours. You can still run the other play. Just block out a nice, enjoyable tangent for both of you. You deserve it. Start at a pace that's mutually comfortable for you, but please consider throwing in a little risque, a little anticipation, or call it a little spicy or sexy. Send a message to your spouse by squeezing a bit more when you hug. Hug like you mean it. Or while you're hugging, run your finger lightly down their arm, or back, or somewhere more intimate, just to send a physical message that you want to be close, and see where it goes from there. Here's a marriage where they're trying to ramp up the sexy feeling.
Hey, honey.
Hi.
So, haven't seen you in a while, and it's been a few days since I've caught up with you, and just about to get in the shower.
Oh, are you?
And I was thinking about you.
Why are you always thinking about me when I'm not there? I can be home, well, So tell me more about the shower.
Well, I was thinking about that time when, we tried out those handlebars on the side of the wall.
Oh, yeah, that didn't end right. That ended very good and wrong.
I know.
All right, I'll be home in 5 minutes.
It may not result in the big event, and that's okay. You can continue to move this play in another direction and progress toward some kind of emotional and sexual intimacy and satisfaction. You really can. Just one thing though, someone has to begin. Who's it gonna be? In the marriage polls tonight, we welcome Emmy Vickers. Emmy Vickers is an award-winning entrepreneur of 14 years, a national speaker and trainer. Emmy guides her audience to dream big, envision, and to take action. Emmy feels blessed to have been married for 25.5 years and looks forward to another 25+ years. Her successful marriage has inspired her and been the foundation of her latest offering, Vision Boarding for Couples. Emmy, welcome.
Thank you, Zev.
So glad you're here.
It's an honor. I'm so thrilled.
So how it came down was I saw your Facebook, and there you were with a picture of your engagement or your anniversary, and I said, here's a woman who's a huge entrepreneur in Montgomery County, and she puts her marriage front and center. I said, this is somebody I have to have on the show to talk about that. So it's really, really good to have you.
Thank you.
What's the recipe, for a good long-haul marriage?
I don't think there's an easy recipe. And certainly because we've been married for so long, we've learned along the way. So there's certainly trials and tribulations. And to be honest, there was a time where it was really tough and I wasn't quite sure how it was going to go. But the first thing is belief in a higher being. So my husband and I both believe in God. And I think that's got to be number one. There is something much bigger than all of us here on earth. Number two, and my husband reminded me of this because I shared with him the questions, and I wanted to make sure we were both on the same page, and I was happy to say we were. We had similar answers. One of the things he reminded me is liking your partner. And I thought about that. I'm like, liking your partner. Okay, that makes sense. So we love each other, but do you like your partner? Do you like to spend time with your partner?
Love and like, two different things.
They're absolutely two different things. And that really has been on my mind over the last few weeks, dealing with my health issues, dealing with his career challenges, and him being furloughed last year and me having a different type of outpatient surgery. I've been dealing with all kinds of issues. We had 3 months to spend together. And at the end of the 3 months, I was sad in one sense when he went back to work because we no longer were spending each and every day together. So we like being with each other and have a lot of fun.
So what would you say when people get to the the bumpy times that you're talking about, the furloughs, the health-related issues, all kinds of things? What do you do? Where do you start? How do you get through that? There's so many people going through that.
There are, and as you know, we went through that last year, and it was scary. I think one of the common things you'll hear over the next few minutes is communication, communication, communication. Love, love, love. We always say we love each other 1,000 times a day. Hugging, stealing that kiss every second that you can. And it seems funny, but these little things all add up. And a lot of people aren't doing this.
Oh, I think it's great and good for you both.
A lot of people aren't doing it.
A lot of people are not.
No, I have certain family members where, they have trouble saying, I love you, So that the communication is one thing. Another thing is to allow each other the emotion. So often, and I don't know if you've experienced this, people will tell you, don't be angry, Zev.
Oh, yeah.
Or don't cry, Emmy. Or things will get better,
Yeah, just stuff it down there a little further.
Just stuff it, don't worry about it, move on. And I've had a lot of different kind of training over the years. And one of the things that I've learned is we have all these emotions for a reason. They've been given to us, and we're going to experience them throughout the years. And so allow each other the emotion. So for instance, my husband was angry. He was very angry. I was angry too, but he was angry. So I said to him, his name is Richard, I said, Richard, it's okay to be angry. I said, I can only imagine what you're feeling. Share with me what's going on. So I had to make sure that I was there for him and to be in that present moment, to really be there and hear him out.
So it's about listening.
It's about listening and
about
allowing
really
the
hearing.
emotion. And then moving on. Now, you have this emotion, it's real. Now, what are we going to do about it? And if you notice, I said, we. How can I help you? So as a consultant, I'm guiding him. He trusts me. I've been in business for so long. So he comes to me. So I've been able to help him over the 3 months, and he was able to help us. Together, I can't even imagine, but our marriage was just even becoming stronger because of the adversity that we were dealing with. It was major. It was major.
Lots of people, talk about, I like to change my partner. I like to change the way they are. What's your thought about changing a partner, being married and changing a partner?
That's a no-no. You can never, one of the things that I've learned over the years, because I was one of those people, I wanted to change certain things. So I had to look back at, what I recommend to people is look back at how you guys met. What attracted you to each other? Why did you fall in love? Why did you get married? What connected you? What are the differences that didn't matter? Because you're going to have the similarities, you're going to have the differences. And you have to work with those. But you never ever change anyone. What you can do is you can guide them, you can teach them, you can lead them, which are all things that I've done with my husband. But the biggest thing that I learned through coaches was look at yourself. So you may be doing, pretend you're my husband, you may be doing something wrong and I'm angry and I'm trying to get you to change. I had to learn to look at myself and say, okay, I'm not the problem. I'm like, okay, I'm not the problem. Why am I looking at this? Yeah. But when I started changing, self-development is what we say, started reading positive thinking books, started reading books on other couples, just kind of changing some of the things that I'm doing. And again, it's praying, saying, okay, why are we going through this? What do I need to change in order to change the situation? So I always had to look at what can I do better? So I had to get rid of the ego. What can I do better? And Zev, I tell you something, even now, when I don't like something, I look at what I can change, and somehow the universe makes it happen.
Tell us a little bit. So
look at yourself and make a change. And then also communicate to your spouse, I'm not liking this, what can we do to get together? Tell us
a little bit about vision boarding for couples.
Vision boarding for couples. I created this curriculum back in 2009 for entrepreneurs. I basically deal with entrepreneurs and corporate people that are really looking to be at a different level, to be more successful than where they are at that point. And it was a need, and so I took 3 to 5 months off to really research, talk to other people, go to the library, and put this curriculum together. When my husband was furloughed last year and I was dealing with health issues, that was one of the solutions that we had to our problem. We were like, okay, you've already developed the curriculum. Let's follow it. Let's do one for Team Vickers. How are we going to now build our wealth? Because a damper has been put on our dreams and on our plans. So we had to reevaluate. We had to rebudget for the current condition. We had to stick to it, and we had to stick with each other, believe in each other, help each other, lift each other up when one or the other was angry. And we did the process. We set all our major goals individually, and then the team goals is Team Vickers, and then we put it on a huge vision board that is now in our bedroom. We didn't worry about how it looks. This is what we wake up to and go to bed to every single day.
I mean, this sounds like something that's going to be very useful for people, and I'm sure they're going to be very interested in it. But that's all we have time for tonight. If you want to celebrate your marriage and contribute to happier, more fulfilling marriage, you might just want to check out Emmy Vickers' Vision Boarding for Couples and her outstanding coaching and training services. To find out more about the It Takes Two players, contact Chris Pennick. I invite you to find out more about Closer Marriage solutions, strategies, and services which address your unique marital challenges. So check out closermarriage.com, your source for recharging your marriage. Follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and finally, hug, kiss, touch, talk, cuddle, laugh a little, and be kind to those you meet. We're all fighting a great battle. We're all in need of some loving kindness. I'm Zev Halpern. See you next time for Recharge Your Marriage.